Hello, how you doing? I'm Dr. Ralph Sept Sr., and today we'll be talking about a trumpet. A trumpet is a very simplistic yet complicated instrument which creates some of the most beautifulest melodies and harmonies. The Latin word for trumpet is tumba, which means instrument of power and strength. The word trumpet is mentioned in the Bible so eloquently 467 times, and that's including the different translations and also the different versions. A trumpet is so powerful that God, in the book of Revelation, elected to use a trumpet to bring forth vengeance to the inhabitants of the earth. Today we will explore how God will take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. That's right, beloved. God will take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And we're constantly moving through this series of God taking the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Thus far, we've talked about David and the harp. We've talked about King Saul. We even talked about Samson. Today, we're in the book of Revelation, and we're talking about the vision that was given to John on the island of Patmos. And he's telling about events which will happen in the world. We're going to pick up at Revelation 8 and 1. And moreover, let me also mention that he's going through a series of seals. And now he's came to the eighth or the seventh seal, and he's getting ready to open it. And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for a half an hour. And then it goes forth to say, and I saw seven angels which stood before God, and each one of them God gave them a trumpet.
When the Lamb broke the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for half an hour. Seven angels were given seven trumpets. Revelation 8, 1 and 2.
Now, what's happening in this scene is God is getting ready to bring his vengeance against the inhabitants of earth and those individuals which have taken the mark of the beast. We're going to pick up at verse 7. And we're going to talk about the first angel because there's a series of angels, and each one of these angels are in heaven. And every time they blow a trumpet, there will be vengeance against the world of the earth. And it goes on to say, the first angel sounded, and there followed hell mixed with blood.
The first angel blew his trumpet. Hail and fire mixed with blood were thrown down on the earth. 1/3 of the earth set on fire. Revelation 8 and 7.
So when the first angel sounded the trumpet, there was hell mixed with blood. And this came down into the earth. And it goes forward to say, and it say, there it was cast upon the earth, and a third part of all the trees and all the grass was consumed. Wow, this is very powerful. The only book that's in the Bible that mirrors everything that's being said here, you would have to go to the book of Daniel. He has a similar vision, who also kind of is more apocalyptic, and it goes into everything that's being said in Revelation. And now we're going to talk about the second angel. And the second angel, he sounded the trumpet, and a great mountain was hurled into the sea.
Then the second angel blew his trumpet, and a great mountain of fire was thrown into the sea. Revelation 8:8.
Now we're going to look at verse 10. Verse 10, the plague that God has against the inhabitants of earth, is very similar to what happened with the second angel. But this time with the third angel, we're going to take it from verse 10, and that's Revelation 8 and 10. And it says, and the third angel sounded the trumpet, and there fell a great star from heaven.
Then the third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from the sky. It fell on 1/3 of the rivers and springs. Revelation 8:10-11.
And there fell a great star from heaven. And this star name is Wormwood. And what the star did, it polluted 1/3 of the waters of the sea and all the drinking waters. And from this, there was great deaths. So this is, once again, this is God's vengeance upon the nations, and especially those individuals who had taken the sign of the beast. Now we're going to go to the fourth angel. And the fourth angel, he's getting ready to sound the trumpet. And once again, this is John, who's on the Isle of Patmos, and he's seeing all this in a vision. And it goes forth to say in verse 12, and the fourth angel sounded the trumpet, and 1/3 part of the sun was smitten.
The fourth angel blew his trumpet, and 1/3 of the sun, moon, and the stars became dark. Revelation 8:12.
That means that the sun turned black. Certain translations said the sun turned black as sackcloth. And it goes forth to say that the moon and the stars all were also affected. 1/3 did not shine. So this is God's, every time these angels are blowing the trumpet, there is cataclysmic levels of catastrophe that's transpiring to the inhabitants of earth. And that's of those individuals which have taken the sign of the beast. Now, there was an angel, we're going to visit the next 3, and that's going to be the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th in another lesson.
Then I looked, and I heard a single eagle crying loudly as it flew, terror, terror to all, because of what will happen when the last 3 angels blow their trumpet.
But with those, they're particularly horrific. I mean, from locusts of fire, and John and an angel, they even said that they consider those the 3 woes, because it's absolute catastrophe. But the meaning of this lesson is that God can take something as simple as a trumpet to bring forth vengeance on all the nations of the world. I am Dr. Ralph Sept Sr., and this is Dr. Ralph Sept Sr. Ministries. Be blessed.
Healed 2. Prayers that fight diseases in the end time. The link will be down in the description. It'll be a blessing to you and your ministry. Please subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. It'll be a blessing to this ministry.